Okay, everybody. This is the informational video, just a short little video to make sure you understand all the expectations and what you need to get done this summer for the class you signed up to take, American Problems Online. I had two informational meetings. Hopefully you attended and you got all this information explained to you. But if not, or even if you were there and you want to double check stuff and go through some stuff again, this is where you would do that. So here's what we've got. This is our Canvas homepage. You've done Canvas a lot now. You know all about it. Here's what I want to point out to you. First off, here's my contact information. If you want to come in and talk face-to-face in this summer, I could absolutely meet you here and do that. But you've got to email me ahead of time. You've got to let me know and we can set this up. All right. All work is due by the Wednesday of each week by 10 o'clock right here, 10 o'clock at night. Anything after 10 is going to be late. Yeah, midnight. A lot of people want midnight. Not going to be midnight. It's too late. You're not going to do a good job. So it's due by 10 o'clock that Wednesday. So the first week, as you can see here, the first week is just a 3-dayer where you have to post your initial responses to a bunch of discussions. And then the next 5.5 weeks are all matched up to a module, and there's different topics for each week. I've listed here on the home page what needs to be done each week. It's all pretty much the same. All right, each week has a current event. Each week has a cartoon. I call it a political cartoon, a cartoon party. You've got a quiz, and you've got a summary project, a 50-point project. So each of the 5 weeks after, starting on the 15th there, that Wednesday, has that kind of work, except for the last module, the diplomatic module, that has one less assignment because it's a shorter amount of time. The last day I'm taking anything is July 20th. All right, everything here in school will end on the 21st. I need the 21st to grade and figure out where people are and what they need to make up and all that kind of stuff. All right, all these modules are linked up right here. So you want to go to the first module, you click on it, takes you right here. All right, the general resources is just basic information. Basically explains everything that you need to know. All right, a couple of things that I want to point out to you. There is a penalty for late work. You don't get it done by Wednesday night, I'm taking off 10% each day. I'm only taking things a maximum of 1 week late. I don't even want it 1 week late. And obviously the last stuff due July 20th can't be done late at all. Summer's over, it's done, grades are due. You're just out of luck if you can't get it done. When it comes to discussions, you can take 1 week off, and I'll explain that here to you in a second. All right, so general resources maps all of that out. The first thing you need to do is a little introductory flip grid. Okay, all the information for that is right here. This is the video that you're watching. This is the Flipgrid requirements. If you don't know what Flipgrid is, it's real simple. You go here, you've been invited, use your Google account, you make this little video. So this gets you to Flipgrid, log in, make this video. All right, that is your first 10 points of the summer. That needs to be done by the 15th. So everything starts on Monday the 13th. It goes through the 15th. Here is those first 3 days. You're going to have a current event. You actually have a week to do that. You will have 6 weeks of current events. If you're going to miss one of those, you're fine. You have to do 5 of the 6. So if you're going to be gone on vacation, you're doing something, you need to work ahead for the other module stuff, but you can skip that week's current event. This will be put up Sunday night, Monday morning. You have 1 week to do that. These 5 discussions are all done the first 3 days. This is all you need to do the first 3 days. This is your initial reaction. Okay, so you click on it, you read through it, you post your reaction, you're done. You go back and do that for all 5. All right, so the first 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, you got to do Flipgrid, and you got to do 5 discussions, 1 post each for each discussion. That's how simple it is. I would also recommend you get started on your final exam project. I actually will change this date. It is due the 20th. I would get started on this. It's a website. All the directions are right here. You can get that done, get that over with. That's what I would do the first 3 days. Okay, create a website. It's all right there. I've given you an example. There's free website creators out there that you can use. After Wednesday the 15th, we start getting into modules. Now, these are week long. These are week long. You have 1 week starting on that Thursday through the next week, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. You start with the objectives. This is the driving question for this unit. The country is obviously divided along political lines. What damage do you see coming from this divide, if any, and what would you do about it, or how can it be fixed? And then I've given you all the objectives. This is what I hope you learn by looking at the information from this module. This is true for all the modules. They start with a driving question. It's related to the discussion, and it's how you do your final assessment for that module. Okay, so you can see there it is. There's some background. Here are your choices for how you will do or can do that week's modules worth of work. Okay, all of these things here are resources. All right, they will help you with the quiz. They will help you with the assessment. They will help you with the objectives, the political cartoon. They're all there for you to help you. If you don't look at them, if you don't even open them up, that's on you. If you can get the work done without opening them up, then go ahead and do it. All right, but they're there to help you. If you choose not to look at them, I will never know if you've looked at them or not. Now, it might reflect negatively in your work, but if you can get these answers right without using the resources I provided, then feel free to do it. I would use the sources. I would open it up. I would read them. I would look at them, at least skim them, find the stuff to help you answer these questions. All right, political cartoons. Each module has a political cartoon. If you don't know how to do a political cartoon right here, check that out ahead of time. All right, I call it a cartoon party. I got that from Mr. Hazy. That's his wording. I love it, and we do it. So here's your first Wednesday to Thursday week. No, Thursday to Wednesday week. Here's your next one. Starts on a Thursday, goes through Wednesday, so on and so forth for all 5 of them. When you open up these assignments, all right, it has a due date. So here's your cartoon. Okay, it has a due date, and then it has an until date. If you say, oh, I have until that date to do it, no, that's when it closes. That's a week late, and that's when it's done. That's when it's over. That's when I'm not taking it anymore. From here, the 6th, to here, the 13th, every day you're losing points for it being done late. So this is till the closing day. This is where I don't take it anymore date. This is not the due date. The due date is under due date. That's why we call it the due date. All right, so each week begins on a Thursday, runs through the next week, Wednesday at 10 o'clock. As I slowly scroll through this, you can see the 5 modules. Each module has a cartoon. It has some sort of quiz, could be paragraphs, could be multiple choice. There's all different things there, and each of them has a final assessment. This one does not have a quiz because this is done a day earlier. The final assessments are organized this way. It has a driving question and has the information. It also has the rubric that you need to complete. You can check out the rubric right there. You need to complete this worksheet for each final assessment, and then you need to do the final assessment. Copy and paste the driving questions, copy and paste the 3 objectives you're going to accomplish, and then do your research. Use a citation machine to come up with your citation. Paste the link to your project here. I've given you choices for each one. All right? You can't do the same thing 5 times. You're not making 5 websites. Okay, you're not writing 5 papers because most of the time the papers are just thrown together, aren't very good anyways. So if you click on each module, you can see what you have to do. You can do a website, you can make a video, you can do a podcast, but all of them require you to complete this introductory worksheet to get you to make sure I know that you know what you're doing. So those are the key points. Each assignment has a worksheet, is just copy and paste. It's for organizational purposes, and it goes with the big assignment. They're all uploaded to Canvas. Each of them, you have a choice on how you can do things, for that unit. Now, last thing I have, I think, for you is if you click on this and say, oh, it doesn't show up, this idiot didn't give us the right link. Click on it right here, and it takes you to it. So if you look at it here, it doesn't show up right here in the box. You just click on it, it's there. Every link has been checked. Every link is active unless it changes. The next couple of days, they're all there. All right, so if you got questions, ask. The class will be open on Friday, June 10th. You can get started. If you're going to miss a week, work ahead. All right? There's a penalty for late work. I'm not taking 5 weeks worth of work at the very end of the summer. Just not going to do it. You got 2 weeks to get it done, 1 week to get it done on time, the second week to get it done with a late work penalty. Your job for the first 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, do all 5 discussion posts. All right, do all 5 discussion posts. That take you 5 minutes in each one. These are just your reaction, your thought. What do you think? Do the flip grid, and then I'd start working on your final. If you get all these discussions done in a day, which you can, it shouldn't take you an hour total. You know, each one 5-10 minutes on each one. Then you can start working on the work for the rest of the week. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Watch this video as many times as you need to. The video will be linked right here on the top of the first module. All right, people, good luck. I'm looking forward to working with you this summer.